Rooted in resilience, inspired by nature, powered by movement. The podcasts where healing meets empowerment. Let's rise and thrive together. And now, here are your hosts, Scott and Melissa.
Hey, everybody. We just wanted to pop in and let you know about our Sedona Soul Retreat coming up in June of 2026, June 2nd through the 6th in Sedona, Arizona. Where we're going to have it at?
The Briar Patch.
It's
Beautiful. It's just this amazing little nugget.
Yeah.
In Sedona, where you think the big red rocks, which you'll see those, of course, but then there's this little sanctuary of green. And one of my dear beings that just shared with me this morning that they will be attending, looked it up and was like, "Oh, that's my place."
Yeah.
They just like felt the connection, and it's very spiritual energy there, and we're excited for holding space for all of us to be in that frequency, that vibration.
It's right on Oak Creek, and we were down there just a few weeks ago checking it out to ensure it was the right fit for our folks. And we are excited about this retreat. It's our second retreat, and we're on our way to selling out. So please check it out at Vital Edge Wellness Coaching Wellness Retreats. You'll see it vitalwellnesscoaching.com, wellness retreats, and sign up. Bring a friend. There's plenty of room. If you'd like double occupancy, you can come down, and we have private cottages and a lodge setting. So that's it.
It's exciting.
Enjoy the podcast.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rise and Thrive, a podcast by Vital Edge Wellness Coaching. My name is Scott Sadler, and I'm here with my friend and co-host, Melissa, who forgets what's in her own studio. And today we're going to be talking about how you manage resistance when you find yourself in resistance. It's a topic that has been on our minds, and that's typically what our podcast, how these things happen, is what we talk about comes to the podcast. So a few minutes ago, we were talking about how we are in resistance to some things and how we navigate those things. We thought, push record, and we'll talk about it right after our mindful moment that Melissa's going to lead us through. And I think she needs it more than anybody.
I do. Today. I need it. So, comfortable seats. Nice and tall, wherever you're at, standing or seated. Big sigh when you're ready, and if you prefer, you can keep the eyes open or closed. So just that alone, that big sigh, and you're welcome to take another one. That gives your body a signal of release, of letting go. So with your eyes, like I mentioned, closed or opened, not even visibly, from the eye, but internally, I want you to feel yourself for a moment. Just lean back. Not so far that you feel like you're going to tip or you're slouching. Just feel a little bit more presence in your backside. And relax the jaw and soften the tongue. And just a few quiet moments here to be with your breath. I'm going to ask each of us right now, in the quiet of your mind, to simply repeat, let go, as you breathe. Don't have to put a story to it or details. Just gently repeat, let go. Let's do that again as you inhale and exhale. Letting go this time, any unnecessary tension held in the body, just offer it to let go. And then a nice cleansing sigh once again, in through the nose. And let it out. And let it go. You can open your eyes. Or look up. Or engage. Or listen.
Thanks for joining us. That's how you manage resistance. We'll see you next time on Rise and Thrive.
Namaste.
That was really nice. Yeah. And all kidding aside, that's
it.
How you let go, how you manage resistance is breathing it out.
Well, I think we want to make it more complicated as humans. We're good at that.
Absolutely.
So I am just, part of what brought this discussion up was that I'm currently practicing this. And just like we've often said in many of our episodes, is the first step is awareness. You got to be aware you're resisting, aware that you're tightening up to something, or your stuff is being activated, stuff of past, or, that you're trying to apply to the situation and it doesn't apply, but you do it anyway because the brain's, and that has to be awareness first. And then the simplicity of noticing it. And then that mantra, like I just shared, is that, because did you feel it? Did you feel yourself kind of like lean back and like, oh, I have a backside? Because this constant kind of subtle drive, and you feel that tension, just, what is it? 1 millimeter that you lean forward puts umpteen pounds of pressure. So letting go can be that simple. And we want to invite everybody today to practice it, to notice when you feel tense and just in your mind, say, let it go.
I mean, it's easy to say these things.
Oh, totally.
But there are people who don't know they're in resistance and they're in constant resistance. And if you're one of those people, you might say, well, this is who I am, or this is how I show up. It's just me. And I'd encourage you to do the exercise as Melissa's outlined anyway, and notice any subtle shifts that occur that may make you say, I am in some resistance. This isn't just who I am. This isn't just my natural response. I believe that our natural response is peace, love, and joy. Our natural state is we're always seeking how we can feel better and be happier. And as our world has evolved, we have a lot of distractions to that we think is peace and is joy and is love. That actually is not. Think about people who find themselves or have found themselves in abusive relationships that they thought was the person loving them as they were victimizing them. That's an extreme example, but that is where we are. We think we're in love with our social media. And I know we talk a lot about social media, and then we're asking you to log into our podcast.
Listen.
Yeah.
So it's a balance.
Or watch, if you watch us on YouTube. But are you in resistance? Based on our previous episodes, are you numbing out in that to stay in that resistance, or are you actually able to be present with it and let it go?
Well, I think a lot of times the obstacle to that peace and that ultimate foundation of who we are, that love, is, like you mentioned at the beginning, that resistance. Because if we were to peel everything away in this moment, everything's okay. But as soon as I bring in a thought, or I bring in a story, or I notice that I've got some holding in my body from something, I don't know what for sure, but it's there, that gets applied to the present moment. And I look at that as covering up that innate peace. And so this idea of softening to it isn't obliging discomfort. It isn't giving excuses to like, well, just let it go.
Yeah.
I'll just let it go.
It's not that. Yeah.
It's not that at all. It is the underlying tension in the body, holding patterns from old trauma, old thoughts. You have a new experience. It's a new experience, maybe a new individual you're meeting, but you're applying all your old stuff to a scenario. And that's the awareness. And when you see like, oh, wait a minute, if I could just pause here, let it go, and be in this moment. it really clears, pardon my words, a lot of shit up when we have that ability to be aware, that ability to see where the unnecessary tension is. Because there's tension in life. It's tension holding my body here, but unnecessary tension is the extra. And that could be some emotion I'm holding, some old stuff. And we don't really know. Like, you don't have to go pinpoint it. And that's why the simplicity of today's talk is practice with us. Helping the body. And one of our favorite authors together, Michael Singer, talks about, like, you don't have to go back and dig out the shit. The shit will come up when it's ready for you to help process and move through. The biggest component is that you've got to be ready in yourself to allow it to come up and say, I let this go. And that doesn't have to be a particular story. It could be a sensation that is attached to a story that you don't have to go into again. That's the biggest thing. And just know that your body's bringing it up because it felt safe enough to, like, have this experience, a sensation. You have the opportunity in that moment to offer it, to let it go. Offer it back up to the universe, like that frequency.
Yeah, well, you bring up a lot of things for me.
Layers.
First of all, we want to be clear that chronic pain is a different story when it comes to being in resistance. I personally can't relate to that, but I have friends who are in chronic pain all the time and in resistance because of the pain. And so there is that. And that's a different approach. You still use the letting go, but it may not have the effect like it would if you don't have chronic pain. So I want to make sure that that's clear. And then for me, in listening to you, I'm thinking about where I'm in resistance. And I am in resistance to what was and what my future is going to be. Does that make sense? Full-time caregiver, not sure where the future is going. And so I find myself, I don't live in the past at all. You know that. I'm very present and future forward. But I sometimes find myself going, what happened to who I was? What happened to all the things I did for myself that were just for the joy of it? And time is a funny thing in that, 9 years into this journey, this complete different direction I didn't know I'd find myself on. I'm in resistance.
Yeah.
I still want to spontaneously go backpacking for several days. I spontaneously want to go do whatever and those things aren't available to me right now. That doesn't mean they won't always not be available to me, but those are the moments that I've got to let go. And those are the moments that I've got to stick to my wellness care. And I'm pretty good at it. I've got some gaps I'm working on. But if I didn't have that, I don't know how I'd be managing. This is speaking to you out there who are managing similar situations without a wellness practice. And this is why we're doing this. Honestly.
Or you do have a wellness practice and this supports you to continue to do that.
Yeah, well, that's what I just said about me. So,
yeah. Well, and I think too, even if you don't live in the past, your body still remembers things. It's still processing. There's stuff we are all processing that will come up. And
well, under stress, you go, I remember when. Under stress, you go, I wish this would be.
Because you're trying to
taking yourself out of the present moment.
Escape the moment.
Yes, right. So it's not living the past, but you're absolutely right. You're remembering, and your body is too.
Well, even you referring to the chronic pain, I've worked several years now in the chronic pain world with movement and nutrition and all that. It's amazing to see. I know it's easier said than done, especially when you're in the midst of it and you've been living with it and coping and trying to figure things out. But having worked with many patients over the years with these type of tools and this type of work, to see a complete life change because of the perception they're having with what their body's experiencing and how that can shift the experience even with the chronic pain. So it's been pretty incredible. So that's why Scott was saying, just even it is still applied, the practice. And please know we're saying it with knowing that it's not a simple thing, but that's why we're talking about it, that if we can encourage ourselves. Like I even added it to the reminder of my phone to be every day, at the 8:00 hour pops up, let go, just to remind myself to pause and start. I want to create a new habit that this happens throughout the day because I could be doing other things and I have buildup. And if I just take a moment to let go.
Yeah.
I come back into my body. I come back into maybe an awareness moment that I could see, oh, I have a little something that's coming up here that I'm resisting. Or maybe it's something coming up that I'm applying to a current situation. Wait a minute, this is old stuff. And I just was going about my day instead of letting that take root or get stuffed back down. I'm giving it a moment to free itself. And what this looks like as evolution in your healing is you just keep doing that and things get clear. The energy, we're talking on a frequency level, energy starts clearing in your body more and more. And that flow back to the peace, back to that shows up more and more and more. And so that's what we're doing it for.
Consistency is the key. I think about how it applies to yoga. For me, I was very inflexible in my body. And this has been many years now, 25 years ago. And then it wasn't that long ago, maybe 2 years ago, I was all of a sudden realizing I can touch the floor in forward fold. And it just was really, really, really gradual. And all of a sudden I realized I'm doing this, right? And I think it's very much the same premise here, that you don't do this for 2 days and then go, well, this isn't working. You just show up. As Melissa described, you put in a reminder on your phone and you just take a moment to go, oh yeah, let go. And then you move on. And then you take the evening, take a little longer. And maybe before you go to bed, you'd let go. That's a great time that I love to release. Yeah. Just let go before I go to sleep, or else my brain does the monkey mind all night.
Legs up the wall.
Yeah. And legs up the wall is really good. It's one of those things I have not been consistent and successful in. But so we want to just come on for kind of a short episode today to talk about resistance. Let go. That's
like you said, we could have finished at the beginning. We're done now. So please join us. Let this inspire you to put it in your phone or on a stick. I'm a still sticky note fan, just FYI. So I know some of you out there are too, my fellow
You're
people.
doing better. I don't see a lot over there today.
They're seeing my purple sticky notes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I used to have them all over my mirror. They stopped sticking.
I can't do it.
They stopped sticking. So those of you that pick your method, but attach it to something you already do. Like if you do legs up the wall at night, let that be, or you brush your teeth. I'm letting go of the day while I'm brushing my teeth. That's just that's a little habit stacking technique. So join us for this. And as we come into spring, we can clear the dirt as we come up.
Going into spring, you can use let grow.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. So if you'd like to let us know how you're doing with this, we always love hearing from you. So please comment, email us. You heard Melissa talk about working with people with chronic pain. She's very talented with that kind of skill set and helping people through tough times who are trying to find a mindful practice. So reach out if we can help you with that. And as usual, we have our retreat coming up June 2nd through the 6th in Sedona's. We have 2 spots left, and we're going to be closing that down for registrations pretty soon. So reach out if you'd like to join us. We're very excited about that. And we're going to be doing more of this ability to not be in resistance, especially to things that happen outside of us that we're not even sure is affecting us. World events, company organizational culture, family dynamics. This isn't just about what we feel and see every day. Sometimes it's about what's affecting us that is in the unseen. So we're going to be talking about that, and we'll discuss that a little bit more in future episodes as well. All that to say, thank you, and let go, and take care of each other. And don't forget to take care of yourself. We'll see you next time here on Rise and Thrive. Bye, everybody.
Namaste.
Thanks for tuning in to Rise and Thrive, a podcast by Vital Edge Wellness Coaching. If you found this episode meaningful, please rate, review, and share it with someone who might need it. For upcoming retreats and to join the Vital Edge Wellness community, head to vitaledgewellnesscoaching.com. Let's rise and thrive together.